Hello and welcome to another intelligence video. Intelligence is our platform for making data-driven decisions. Today, going to talk to you very quickly about the journey of success. So we have a story behind what success is. So generally, we walk into a client and they have a problem. We go in, we understand the problem, we go through a big process with an XD, and we come out with some results. And in this case, we've come out with our product bus. So we create a bus. The bus is owned by the client, and we're passengers on the bus. The client's a passenger on the bus. Some other teams might be on the bus as well. And this bus will have its own life cycle, and at points, teams will get on and off the bus, and it'll be different members working with each other on the bus. Our job is to make sure the bus is running smoothly and that we know where the bus is. So in order to do that, the first thing we do is we define success. So what is success? We define what it looks like, we define where it is, we define in a lot of detail, we define where we're trying to get to. And as we're defining that, we start to understand the landscape around success. We start to understand some of the complexities around that landscape. And that gives us an idea of some of the decisions we might have to make. Is it set up in a grid system? Is there no grid? Is there no roads? So we get a good understanding of some of the types of issues and problems we're going to have to go through. And with that understanding, we start to understand how we need to measure our way to success. So what types of tools we would need and what types of insights we would need to get ourselves to success. So in this case, we're going to decide that we have our success factor, we are in our product bus, and we have Google Maps on our dashboard, and that's our success metric. So we've set up our Google Maps, we're having a look at it, and it's letting us travel through. It's telling us pretty much which way to go, and it's even telling us how long it's going to take us to get to our success factors. It's like magic. So we take off on our product bus and we start to measure where we're going. We're watching our Google Maps and making sure that it's working correctly. We're checking to make sure that Google Maps is responding, our GPS is turned on, all these types of things. And we're also making sure that the direction we're going is following what Google Maps is telling us. And at each decision point, we have a look at our Google Maps, our success metric, and we decide which way it's telling us to go. We decide where it's telling us we are and which way it's telling us to go. And generally, we follow what it's telling us. After you've made your decision, after you've decided which direction to go in, you then look back at it and you make sure you've jumped on the right road. You've made sure that you've done the right things and you're going the right direction. So you're measuring the impact of your decision. And this is what it's all about. If the decision you've made isn't the right one, if you've got off at an exit too early or an exit too late, you look at that and then you assess what to do next, and then you adjust that decision. You go back on it. If you're going the right way, then you sit back and you're happy about it. And at each decision point, you repeat the same thing. Every time you need to make a turn, you're looking at exactly the same things. And it might come to a point where Google Maps doesn't have the information you need. You might be at a road, and if you go straight ahead, you're going to end up, you've seen an accident, and then you can see that the road is closed. So Google Maps hasn't updated, it doesn't have the information you need. So in this case, you cannot make a decision. You're looking at where you are, you understand where you are, but you can't make a decision based on the information you have. So you add another success metric. You turn on the local radio station, which starts to give you traffic updates. And based on that, you start to understand which way you should go. So you make your decision, you turn right because the road straight ahead was all blocked up because of an accident. And you then look at, have you gone the right way in Google Maps updates? So you're rechecking your success metrics to understand the impact of that decision that you made. And you see that, yes, it's great. You've gone the way you've wanted to go. It saved you a whole lot of time. It was actually a shortcut on top of what Google Maps was telling you to do. Now you've refined your success metrics. You have additional pieces of information that you're gathering to understand in detail where you are. And this is what you do all the way along on your journey. As you come to a decision point where you don't really have what you need, you gather more information and you continue to gather that information so that you have it all the way through the rest of your journey. And you keep doing that until you get to success. So at each decision point, you check where you are, you make your decision, and then you check the impact of that decision to understand if it was the correct decision or if it was the right behaviors or not. And you do that all the way until you get to success. And when you get to success, you might drop off some passengers, more passengers might get on the bus. whatever happens there, you start looking at your next steps and you plan the whole thing again. So that whole process goes on again and again and again. Once you achieve what you've initially defined as success, you then start looking at what is the next level. And when you're looking at the next level, most likely you're going to be looking at a more complex landscape. You've solved all the easy problems at this point in time. They may not have been easy at the time, but you're through it all, and now you're gathering all the information you need. So if you come up against those problems again, you have what you need to very quickly respond to them. Now you're going back on the learning process and you're going through traveling again and potentially gathering and adjusting more success metrics as you go. And you do this again and again and again. You continue to achieve success factors, look for the next success factor, and the next success factor may be just a bigger version of the current success factor, or it may be a completely different direction. It may be that something has changed in the environment and you need to start going a different way. And that's it for the Product Boss. If you have any questions at all, please do reach out